John and welcome to my YouTube channel, John's Box. And today it's Royal Swindon, royal visitors to our town over the years, and this is the 4th edition. We've had the Queen, we've had Diana, Camilla, and this time it is the late His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. Yeah. Now, officially, Prince Philip has, or rather visited Swindon on 4 occasions, which we'll find out when exactly they were. And what is interesting is that one of those visits was with the late Queen Elizabeth II in 1971 to open the Swindon Theatre. So that's interesting there. About Prince Philip, once he branded himself as the most experienced plaque unveiler. There's the famous clip which you'll see at the end of this video, where whilst he was unveiling the plaque, didn't want to unveil. Yeah. Now, before we go on to the actual footage, there's a few interesting things about the Duke which I'd like to share with you. Maybe some of these you already know anyway. He was actually born I'm looking here at the website, Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark, and he didn't actually become a British citizen until just before his wedding, in fact. Despite being born in Greece, he didn't speak the language, but he understood some of it. He said he considered himself Danish. He was actually trilingual, speaking English, French and German. So there's a few fun facts, or facts, for a start. Scrolling down, Philip and the Queen were 3rd cousins, descendants of Queen Victoria. And another interesting fact is that our late Queen fell in love with who was described as the dashing naval officer, with the two beginning to correspond when she was 13, would you believe rather. However, he was linked to several women in his youth before becoming official with Elizabeth. So there you have it. Their marriage was the longest running royal marriage in history. The wedding was broadcast on the radio and listened to by 200 million people. His sisters and their husbands were not invited to the wedding due to the ill feeling towards Germans at that time. Okay, enough of that. So, without further ado, sit back and relax and enjoy the footage with the my commentary. The Duke of Edinburgh made several official visits to Swindon during his long life, both with the late Queen and in his own right. The first was on February the 12th, 1960, when he came here to perform 2 duties, and crowds of cheering spectators lined the streets along his route through the town. The first of those duties was at the Drill Hall in Church Street, where he presented an accolade called the Trophy Challenge Shield to the 4th Battalion of the Wiltshire Regiment. Later that day he visited what was then Press Steel Plant in Stratton St Margaret, where he was given a guided tour by managers, and frequently paused to speak with production line workers. He returned to Swindon only a little over a year later, on Friday the 14th of April 1961. The Duke began a busy day in Swindon when he arrived by helicopter on new playing fields at Drake's Way in Walcott. His first duties were to officially open the fields, unveil a plaque on the sports pavilion, and start 3 cross-country races. His car was then driven along a route lined with cheering residents to the town centre, where he unveiled a plaque commemorating the start of work on what would eventually become the shopping area we know today. After that he headed for Regent Circus and what was then the new extension to Swindon College. The building was to remain until 2012, when it was demolished. Among the dignitary students, staff and spectators who greeted the Duke outside the college was a four-legged gatecrasher in the form of a stray dog. The creature was duly greeted by the amused royal visitor. The next time the Duke had business in Swindon was in June of 1971, when he accompanied the Queen to the opening of the Wyvern Theatre and the new civic centre of which it was a part. It wasn't until February of 2003 that he returned to the town, where he faced a day every bit as busy as the one he had spent here 42 years earlier. As had happened in 1961, he visited a college, but this time it was New College, where he talked to students about their courses. His other duties were the official opening of the Great Western Hospital and the switching on of the Jubilee clock on Bridge Street. The clock, created in honour of the Queen's Golden Jubilee the year before, stood for several years in the town centre before being removed, repaired and resited at the station. So there you have it. I hope you found that interesting. 4 visits in all. In the next edition, I don't know when, maybe before the end of the summer, it will be King Charles III and his visits to Swindon. I wonder if you know how many he made as Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales. So thank you very much for sticking with me until the end. I'll be back again soon with another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget, there are lots of other videos on my channel about Swindon. At the beginning of the video, there's actually a link there to all those videos about Swindon. And not only, I just want to share my life and everything else with you. Thanks a lot, and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.
Pay attention, because I'm now going to see the world's most experienced plaque unveiler report.